Welcome back to another episode. I'm trying to make a video game in Unity. In our last episode with our village simulator, I was trying to just get the AI agent go to a job, like working on the farm, and then having the farm uh, produce something. Now, there was an error at the end of that. I guess in this video, all I'm going to be really working on is trying to clean up some of the code. Uh, that I've been working on. So, one thing I want to do is add a function in our map manager, and actually, I'm going to probably just copy from our gather resource. And it would be really nice if I take the find object code here and put it in there instead, and then I can just access that from the, let's see, try to have it to where I can use it with other scripts besides just the action scripts. For example, we need to find a home. Well, that kind of slows down the game a little bit. Let's see, map manager. So I'm going to try to put this here. And did I not? Here, let me not do it that way. Go back to here and copy. I don't know why I didn't copy the whole function here. Probably should try to organize, but this makes sense to put it right here. All right. So it looks like we'll probably need a really a map section. And then I can get rid of this. All this is fine, but what we need to change is this gather object. We don't want that. And we're trying to return, we do return the geo. So what we need to do is just get a type and type, and then when we get the type of gather object, we'll get the type of type. Okay, how do we can I convert a map section? All right. So how do I do this part? It's a good question. I'm not sure how to do. Can I just change it to like that? I don't know if this will work. And change this to type of oh wait, can I do in the get component I can just put in the type? So this is a problem. I can't get that. All right, well, because I would really like to have this. We probably need two different functions. The ones that mark it as his task. Thinking about this, I think I have too many actions that do it differently. So maybe I won't put this here. This section all. Well, it seems like this should just be a game object. Because this is really the only code I'm not sure how to do at this moment. And that's the only thing that's giving me an error. Plus this can be different based upon the situation. Like, I obviously don't need this. How do I do this though? How can I get... And I'm not sure if I can. So I would love to do like type. You know, somehow change it. Or systems dot type. I don't think you can do that. See, it would be nice if I could just do that right there. I'm not sure what these functions do. Typed reference. Well, I remember trying to do this once, and not in this game, but in something else I was trying to make. And I remember I couldn't figure it out. So this just will not work. Well, I'm going to just leave it here for now. And then maybe off screen kind of figure that out. Because maybe that's not something I can do. And maybe for now, I may just do this called find home, because we definitely need this for the AI. And so here, we'll say game object map section, and then well, this time we know what the type is. We're going to say a building. Actually, do I have one called house? Yeah, so we're going to be looking for a house. Type of. We'll just put this in here for now and then. Okay. And then if, well, this doesn't really need, this one, see, this is why they're all kind of different. You know, this one, the condition is, maybe I can figure it, put these kind of like conditional statements inside the, like the house script. Maybe has a look for condition. This one just needs to, we do need to get the house is equal to geo dot get component. And we basically just want to, if house.ai agents.count is less than the house.ai agents dot max occupants. And then we'll return that. And so in our AI agent, in our stat controller, didn't I already do something for this? Oh yeah, I'm kind of wasting my time. Right? This, no. Okay, I've already done a list of homes. Let me just make sure. Okay, so I did fix that in another video already. So I don't need that one. Well, that's good. All right, let me just make sure I'm not doing a map manager get all. No, it does loop through all of the remove homes, vacant homes. Yeah, I took care of that when something gets built. So let me go back to that map manager. Just delete that. We're going to leave this here for now and see if I can figure out a way to do that. But I guess the answer to that right now, like if I go building, and I go to my set target, you see it's still looping through everything. Whoops. Go to the gather resource, copy this. Yeah, this video might not be too exciting. I probably should just do a lot of this off camera. Okay, so instead of this, we want to say blueprint. Is that what we're setting the target to? Yeah, blueprint. And then we really need this code instead. Um, Not that. And it's going to be game object. And it's going to be blueprint. And this will be game object. We do not return. So all of this code is kind of the same in each case, but this one's not. This is what's kind of different. Actually, just this part right here. So again, it would be kind of nice if I had like a separate kind of thing. But we'll just leave it like this for now. I mean, I'll do the same thing. It's just I gotta copy and paste. Every time I do a new action, I have to copy and paste this in. Okay, so that finds that object. I don't really need this, but we're going to say find object. And actually, that doesn't return anything. This we would say if find object, then return true. Actually, if find object is not equal to null. Okay. Check conditions. I think I was saying that we don't need to do this kind of thing anymore, especially in this one. I think all we need to do is return the base. Okay, and all that should be the same. Let me save that. I do have more. Have I fixed this one yet? No. So I just need to fix this. This one doesn't even do any pre-planning even. Alright, I guess maybe it doesn't need to. Whoops. Go to this one. And what was the condition here? Just as long as it finds one. Well, here's a thing. If this is not If this list is empty, we need to just return false or return null. If game objects dot count is less than 0, return null. Let's probably put that in all of them, because there's no sense of keep looping through all of our... Oh, well, no, we can't do that. We do have to loop through all of them, because that just gets a few of them at a time. Okay. So basically, if we have, here, let me go here. This just returns the first, and it's not really a gather object, it's a storage building. This just gets the first one, as long as it has one. So I hate how it kind of shifted that. Gather objects, game objects. If that's greater than 0, then we're going to return found object is true. Target object is equal to I wonder why. Oh yeah, that's all I do. And then we can return target object. So then in here, we would get rid of this again, and we'd just say if find object not equal to null, return true. Alright, so that's the take resource to storage action. Building action, eat action. Ooh boy. This one, I'll come back to this one. This one might be a little bit more complicated, because basically we find a target for our... We don't need to find a target for the home. We're finding a target for the ground, and we're finding a target for the item. So I'll do that later. Go to job. I think I already have that. So this is just testing. Make babies. The target's just the home. Sleeping home. The target's just the home. I'm just going to double check. Yeah. Sleep on ground. No target. Take resource from ground. Okay, so we need to do it here too. Let's copy this again. resource from ground. Alright, let's see what it does. Take a resource from the ground. It just, let me copy this, just so I make sure I get what I need. And then replace it with this. Put that there. Return true. No, we're going to return target object. And just in case, we'll say found object is true. It should exit all this. When I return right here, it should exit all of it. But, and so then we get rid of this. If find object is not equal to null, then we're going to return true. Okay. Oh, I need to change this. See, I'm looping through all of them here. How did I do with the gather resource for the valid? But here's the problem. I don't want to set the target here. This, how's this doing it? Okay, I'm really doing this all wrong. Let me go back to, not all wrong, but instead of, we're just going to, what, did I do this one? We want to put this here, and we want to return game object. And then, so this basically, all this does is it finds a blueprint that hasn't been tasked already. So that's important. And then in our set right here, if it's not equal to null, then we're going to set the target object is equal to, oh no, we need to do this. Is equal to find object. And then right here, we'll say target object. You've probably already seen me talk about this, but where's the is valid? Oh, there's, just want to make sure I don't have it is valid. Again, this is one of those actions, I was talking about this in the last video, where you don't need any other actions to do it, and so it doesn't really need to run the pre-plan. But so that's something I need to fix. Okay, as long as it finds an object, we're going to return true, return false. So yeah, this doesn't really need a lot of other actions. So I was talking about in the last episode that if we have a goal, we can maybe have a goal and have a little flag on the goals saying, don't create plan. And it would actually already have an action that it could be associated with. And then when when it sees that it has that goal and it's a valid goal, then it would just do that instead of creating a plan. All right, so maybe in this episode, if I have time, maybe I'll fix that. If not, maybe I'll just do it off camera. So that one, is building. We need to do the same thing here. We need to say target game object is equal to find object, and then if target object is not equal to null, and do we have a valid? We do not. Override is valid. And we'll do the same thing. If find target see again, if these things are so similar, I'm typing in so much of the same stuff. However, until I can figure out how to, plus they're all kind of different how this works. So if I can just figure out how to maybe put this inside the script and then use all of this as the basic thing, then I don't have to do all this. For now, I'm just going to do it this way. But I know it's a lot of like retyping. Some of this is, and I don't know if this is best practice or not, but you're trying to make a game, and sometimes it's better to just try to get your prototype, get it to the prototype part of your game, and so that means you might have some sloppy code. But then when you get to the prototype, then at least you have your game, you can play, you can kind of test it out, and then go back through and fix your code where you think it needs to be fixed. Just because if you try to overanalyze maybe everything, then you don't get any code, especially since if it's just you working on this, then you just don't get anything done. Unless you've really taken a lot of time to pre-plan everything. But again, I've never actually, published a game before, so I just think that might be a good idea. Try to get to a prototype, because you don't want to. Let's say you um, you spend all this time and effort into trying to perfectly code everything, and then you get to that kind of like prototype step, and you're like, oh, this isn't even fun. That was a lot of waste of time. I think it's better to kind of get to a prototype stage and see if it's a fun game and worth doing. In my case, I kind of already had a prototype because I did this game in the Ludum Dare event, and so I kind of already had like a prototype of it, and it was fun. And I know it can be even better. But anyways, return. I guess that rambling was just because I want to say, I can always go back and fix this up if I need to, whether or not I do or don't. Do I want to really spend a lot of time trying to make that perfect, or is it easier just to copy and paste it, I don't know. All right, so that's done. Take from ground. We want to change this. I'm going to say fine. And target find object. If target is null. And then we were working on is valid. So it's just the same thing. If find object is not equal to null, else return false. Okay, and this, yeah, we'll leave that. And really, if AI agent.carryObject is not equal to null, and so we don't really need this. Whoops. Return false. We don't really need to do that twice, but we can actually just put it like this. So if either of these are not true, then it would just go to the next line of code, which is return false. So that way, you know, like this will check right here. If you're already carrying an object, don't even bother trying this action. Which really in our goal, if our goal we're carrying our object, we probably won't do this. But this could be a action that is needed in order to take something to the storage. Because that's kind of the whole point, is that it can make these kind of plans. Alright, so that's done. Take from storage. Let me just double check. Is valid. So let's get rid of this. Let's go to the set target. Wait, I thought I did this one. This is take resource from storage. Okay. So I need to do this one. Alright. I don't think we'll get a whole lot done in this video, so if this is one you want to kind of skip, just feel free to skip it. I'm just going through. This is why I might do some of this stuff off screen. I wasn't sure I was going to be doing this the whole time, because I need to start creating a list of things I need to kind of fix and just go through all those things. For example, the sleeping, the eating, the health, the desire baby. So some of the AI stat controller stuff needs to be fixed. The farm, I want to make sure that the AI agent comes to a certain point and says, hey, I'm not going to keep working on this farm. And usually it should just stop working on the farm if it gets interrupted by like a sleep action or an eat action. So really just looking at the goals and seeing what's what priorities are for each goal. I'm just going to do this. And put it here. This is going to be storage object. Hold on, let me just see. For each just change this to geo. In game objects. Okay. Geo. Get rid of this debug. We don't want to set the target there. Yeah. Hold on, let me just see what we were sending it. The storage building, which we don't have anymore. We're going to say the geo. Okay. Alright, so change this to if target object is equal to find object, and then target object is not equal to null. Return true. Okay, and then in our is valid, if find target, find object is not equal to null, return true. Return false. Let me go up to the just delete all this because I just don't want it to loop through stuff. What I was thinking what would be cool is to even make this quicker, is to have somehow on every map section it automatically creates these list of game objects based on their type. Ooh, what would be really great is doing it as a dictionary. So something like, I did finish this one. Sorry, I got this getting distracted, but let's go to the map section and I'll just talk about this. And you know, it might be something like, let's just see. And then I probably won't finish this, but this is kind of an idea I have. Public dictionary of type, which means we need a system using system, which we might get an error down here. Yeah, I gotta say unity.engine engine.random. I'm not sure what's the difference, but and then up here, private type, comma, a list game objects, and we would call this all types of objects. Doesn't that sound like a good name? Which would equal a new dictionary of that. So what it does is if it could automatically create a list of game objects based upon the types, and then this would be the type. And so if we wanted to get this list, basically, we could just have the key of the type. Because at this point, we're just getting the game objects. We don't really care what's on it, as long as if it's in that list, then, and I'm not really too sure how to do that. What's ew. Unity engine in this as well. Okay. And so it would be, I don't know, something like public void set up game object list. Or not even maybe this, but set, maybe not set up, just set game object list, and this would be the type and the game object you want to set. So then it would for each game object let's see, we'll call this the set geo. Let's call this geo. We're going to loop through all of the map objects. Component is equal to geo.getComponent, the type of the type. Actually, we put it inside here. I wonder if I can go to definition and it can kind of let me know how that works. So it returns the component of a type. Wait, where? Method, options, internal, what is all this? Free function, name is, okay, well maybe not. It looks like I would have to look at all this stuff. I don't even know what I've never even seen this before. Alright, must be some Unity magic there. Let's go to, what was I working on? Well, if component not equal to null. That means it has one. We can say if if dictionary, not dictionary, but all types of game objects that contains key of the type. Yeah, that works. Okay. Then we're going to say all types of game objects dot add this game object. Boom. Let's just change it to that. I just have a feeling I might forget what that does. Okay. Oh, I need to. Okay, no, that's not how you do it. You do it like this. Dot type. Dot add this, because it's a list. Else. Alright, it's about time for me to go, so else is going to just dot add, and this time we're going to do like this. Can I just not send it a val? Maybe I have to say new list. And then we have to do this. Okay. I might save it there. Let me just see. Where am I adding it to the list? Create the game objects and add to map manager. Where's this being used? Alright, well, I'll work on that later. Thanks again for watching. I might do some of this off screen, or maybe when I am fixing some of the AI stuff, maybe I'll record that so that you can see how I'm doing that and getting that to all work. Thanks again for watching. I will see you next time.